Gym owners, if I gave you 100 qualified leads and I sent their eyeballs right to your website, would they know at a glance if you're for them? Would they know what they need to do next? Well, probably not. But don't worry, in this video, I'm gonna help you suss it out. My name is Mark Fisher from businessforunicorns.com, and this video comes out of a really cool new thing we're doing for members of our Unicorn Society. We've started to analyze all the main functions in a gym. Things like sales, marketing, customer service, building a team, finance. There's usually a order in which it makes most sense to attack them. Things are sequential. For instance, after creating the marketing and sales order of operations, it becomes very clear that, well, gosh, you can have an amazing joint venture program and you get tons of eyeballs and people from your community and they're going right to your website because they're so excited to learn more and work with you. But if the website is very confusing and they don't know what it is and they're not sure where you are, they don't know how to sign up, and you're making them work, we're in trouble. P.S. If you want help in doing this kind of sequential analysis, go to freegymownerreportcard.com and you'll get a totally free, a totally awesome assessment that's gonna help you quickly understand what is the next thing you should fix in your business. Now, let's pimp your website. Pro tip number one is you probably don't want to do this on your own. So I think a common mistake I see is trainers, gym owners building their own website with Square, but ultimately, usually your website that you build is not going to be great. It usually makes sense to hire this out. There are a lot of awesome companies that do this. At the Unicorn Society, we recommend Kilo. For more, head to usekilo.com. This is a company that a lot of members of the Unicorn Society work with. It's very, very affordable. They'll build out a great website for you that looks great and importantly, converts. And I would note in brief, I much prefer gym owners work with a company like Kilo rather than have a friend do it or a random website developer. The only reason being, if you don't understand the nuances and the fine points of what actually leads to conversion, what headlines work, what images work, what calls to action work for gyms, you're likely gonna be leaving a lot of conversion on the table. So that means people will go to your website and maybe it looks okay, but they're not sure what to do and they bounce. So probably hire this out. Pro tip 2. We want a clear headline, a very clear headline that makes it immediately obvious who you help, how you help them, and exactly what to do next. And admittedly, maybe the exactly what to do next is a big fat button under the headline. It can also make sense to make it clear where you are. So there might be a call out of a city or in some cases even a specific neighborhood. So people, if they find your website, aren't confused and have to look around because they don't know where you are. Ultimately, you don't want to make people work. It's hard enough for them to sign up for the gym in the first place. We want to make this easy. Or as this is often stated, if you confuse, you lose. Here's a bonus tip that relates to this. If you want to get some quick and potentially upsetting feedback about your website, find a friendly stranger that doesn't know what the hell you do and ask them if they are willing to take a quick look at your website and respond back and let you know what they think is who you serve. If it's clear to them, let them say what solutions they think that you're offering and what it is that you want the person visiting your website to do. This is really, really great. It can be very valuable. But the challenge is this is a perishable asset, of course, because once someone looks, they know, then they can't not know anymore. So you really do want to find strangers. I've heard people doing this on the line for a coffee shop. They're like, I'll buy your coffee if you look at my website. Your next pro tip, you want to have a very clear call to action. Again, depending on how you construct this, this could be part of the headline, but often this can just be in the button. There's a big clickable button, just super clickable. It's my finger, I can't help. I just gotta bam, bam, bam. So graphically, this really needs to pop from a color and design perspective. You wanna spell out what is the exact thing you want them to do. And this is going to be whatever your low barrier offer is. And of course, there's a lot of different low barrier offers. It could be book a free intro. It could be talk to a trainer. It could be claim your free week. And by the way, if you want help considering the pros and cons of various low barrier offers, well, good news, I created a whole video on that. Click the link below to see my video on the best low barrier offers. Your next pro tip. Ideally, when they click on that button, there's gonna be a pop-up that captures their contact information before you do anything else. So this is certainly very much the case if you're doing any kind of obvious free offer or if you're doing something like talk to a coach and you wanna move them into a scheduling page, because here's the thing. A lot of, it's kind of sad when you think about it, but a lot of landing pages, a lot of shopping carts on the internet, they get abandoned like a child, like an orphan child. The prospect goes there and then they abandon it. So you want to find out who's going there and you want to gate the next page with that contact information. You might get a little bit less conversion, but ultimately you're going to get the contact information, and that's what matters. So you'll be able to reunite this prospect and their internet child. This metaphor is falling apart. Now, admittedly, I'll say this, if it is a paid offer, they might not be ready to give their contact information if they don't have more context for what exactly it is. So this is a situation where it might make sense to send them directly to a landing page where you spell out maybe another headline and then specifically what is it that they're signing up for. Now, on this landing page, the same rules go. So you can either have a contact capture field on that page where they fill that out before they go to finish the purchase, or if it's just a big old button, a pop-up happens after they click the button to finish the purchase. Get their contact information first, including phone number. That's important because it's a texting kind of world. And then you can send them over to finish the purchase. Particularly for paid offers, you should expect many times they will not finish. They will give you the contact information and then they'll lose heart for a moment. But worry not. Remember, you are very committed to reuniting these fitness prospects and their baby orphan trial offer baby. It's not working. The metaphor's not working. And then of course, you have to follow up a lot because even when people claim a free offer or schedule a session, or even when they buy sometimes a paid trial offer, you have to follow up to make sure that they activate. And if you want some help in understanding how to improve your show rates, go to the description box below and check out my video on getting sales appointments to show. All right, friends, I hope this video was helpful. Remember, if you're looking to really upgrade your website, I highly recommend you consider outsourcing this. Head to usekilo.com if you want to find out more about their services. And I would note, they do give a very nice discount to members of our Unicorn Society. So if you want to find out more about how Business for Unicorns works with gym owners just like you to help you have more income, more impact, and more personal freedom, including taking actual days off, head to businessforunicorns.com/unicorn-society, and you'll find all the details, including when our next enrollment will be happening. And in the meantime, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss more videos, because I'm going to return soon with more actionable tips, psychological frameworks, and philosophy.